Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy, Hunter J23, coming to you live with another edition of the Independent Scene. First of all, I want to welcome you guys tonight to my edition, and this is episode 102. I will be, say it's a pleasure and a delight to have everybody back with us on tonight, joining us for the Independent Scene conversation. It has truly been an amazing and thrilling ride. I am just so grateful and thankful for everybody tapping in, always showing love and support. It means the world to me. Tonight we're gonna chop it up. Chop it up with another artist who's a very good dear friend of mine. He's a personal brother of mine. And like I said, he stepped up the scene for a little while, but now he is back. I got a chance to chop it up with him last night at an event at Skewers Bar and Grill in Durham, North Carolina. Shouts out to Skewers Bar and Grill. Shouts out to DJ R&B, Prince Divine, and the Culture Vibes movement. And tonight we're talking with the one and only, my brother, my homie, my friend, Mr. Tys Harriz himself, you guys. Yes, Tys Harriz is back, and we are going to chop it up with my brother because, I miss talking to him. I miss, seeing what's been going on with him. So we're going to get him in the building. We're going to chop it up, and I hope you guys are ready for this night because it is about to get lit. It's about to get official, and we're going to take it from there. So, like I said, with that being said, I done invited my boy into the party, to the showdown. We're gonna get this conversation started, and we're gonna get it right. You know what I mean? So, yeah, y'all have to bear with me because I'm looking at two devices right now. I'm looking at my I'm looking at my iPad and my phone. So, like I said, we're gonna get it lit on tonight. This is episode. Let me see. This is episode 102. Like I said, Episode 102, Independent Scene 102 with your boy Hunter J and the one and only Tys. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, my guest at this time of the evening, my brother, my friend, my homeboy, my dog, my A1, Mr. Tys Harriz, y'all. Let's talk to him, y'all. Shouts out to everybody coming in already in the chat. What's good with y'all? How y'all doing?
So, bro, you would call while I'm trying to completely get ready. What's good though?
What's good, my boy?
I can't call it, brother. I'm good. I'm blessed to be here. What about you?
Man, listen, man. I am so glad to see you, bro. Like, you have no idea. You've been off the scene for a little minute, but finally you are back. You know what I'm saying? I got my main A1 supporter with me. So welcome back, bro. How you been feeling, man? How you been doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I can't complain. I mean, at the last night, if you wasn't at Skewers last night for DJ R&B and Prince Divine's Culture Vibes, I did make my epic comeback. Had a very good time. Minus a few stragglers in the crowd that that didn't want to give me their undivided attention, but you know how I do. If you don't want to give me your attention, I'm going to take it from you. And I eventually I made them leave. So
okay. Okay, but look, hey, the only way Tys Harriz do it, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Well, first is like I said again, welcome back to the show, man. Because you and I, we did a show way in the very beginning, man. And during that time, Instagram wasn't allowing you to save videos. It was just going straight to the live, and then it was gone within 24 hours. So now, shout out to Instagram for now giving us an hour on this thing to be able to now save the content, go back and look at it and all that good stuff for the people that missed it.
Dope.
Most definitely. So, first of all, I gotta ask the question: how was the experience, bro? Being back on stage, being back, to what you used to doing? How was the feeling, man?
I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I wasn't nervous. I was just really anxious. Mm-hmm. Like from the second that R&B hit me up, like, yo, August 10th, can you make it? And I'm just like, you know what? All right, cool, let's do it. Mm-hmm. It was just, just getting, new records and things of that nature going. So, I mean, by the time I got there, like, luckily, the show had just started. I thought I missed, at least one performance, but the show had just started. I got to meet all the artists that performed. Shout out to Yodi. Shout out to Oye. Shout out to Vinny Dangerous. I definitely want to work with Vinny Dangerous. But like I said, I enjoyed everybody last night. And, I mean, for somebody that hasn't performed since March. Yes, for somebody that hasn't performed since March. I mean, I think I did a pretty good job. I don't think I started breaking a sweat until the fourth song, and I had 6 to do. So I think I did pretty well.
Okay, okay. Well, like I said, of course, I definitely heard about you last night. Cause I had to leave at the last second, which I hate I had to, because I really wanted to see you perform because it's been so long, man. But I know, you Tys, so I know you gonna blow it out either way it go. You know what I mean?
Appreciate that. I appreciate it.
So so the next thing I want to know, so musically, what's been going on with you musically? I mean, you know that you mentioned you put out some new songs and stuff like that. So taught us a little bit about those songs that saying just been putting out on.
Well, actually, I haven't put out anything. The only thing that I've been working on since this whole pandemic happened, this global bastard, is I've been working on Exit 21, the album
Okay.
that I've been working strong at for some time now. I can say that after probably this past Friday, Exit 21 is about 80% done, at least on the writing and production side.
Okay.
There are going to be some other things to Exit 21 because there is a story behind it. But other than that, like, it's almost done. Shout out to, I'm not going to release no production credit, no features as of yet, but I promise to whoever you might pray to, this is going to be one of the dopest projects you ever heard in a long time.
You know what? It's a quote you on that because, man, you have really, man, in all seriousness, you have really put out a really great body of work, man. And I am truly blown away by your work ethic, your mindset to continue to do what you do and continue to, not let it, overwhelm you. So I definitely commend you for that because, along with you and all these other artists out here that are, that are laying the groundwork, laying the foundation. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing it. Even in the midst of this COVID-19, y'all are still pushing. So definitely kudos to you, bro, for, even being able to step back on stage and act as if, it never left, as they say. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You got back into it and you just flow. So I definitely respect you for that.
Definitely. Appreciate it.
Most definitely. So, on to this pandemic situation, being an artist, being told that, you can't really do as much and, you can't make any necessary moves like you want to. How has that really been affecting you or has it affected you in any way?
I mean, the only thing I miss is the shows. Like, once I found out the R&B was doing shows again, me and my people, we popped back out. When we went to to the first one, I just went because Juice WRLD was performing. Shout out to my nigga Juice.
Shout out
Juice
to
was
Zeus.
performing, and from that point on, it was R&B was just like, yo, like, I need to get you on one of these, and I'm like, bro, like, nah. At first, I'm like,
Right.
like, let me like get myself together, and it was really like between getting a few words of advice from Icy the Ball. Shout out to Icy.
Shout out to Icy.
And R&B really pushing, like, he seen me at 2 shows like back-to-back weeks, and he was just like, yo, I need you at one of these shows. And I'm just like, you know what, bro? I told him, give me 3 weeks. So right. He didn't hit me up for a week, and that same day, like a week after like we last talked, he was just like, yo, August 10th. And I'm like, all right. I told him, man, 3 weeks, I'll be there. So he got me.
Okay. Well, like I said, definitely, it's always good, whenever I get, people and myself get a chance to see you perform and do what you do best. Because I'm going to tell you, man, whether you believe it or not, I had people that have seen me and seen me interacting with you and see the bond that you and I have as bros. I was constantly getting that show. When is Ty coming back? Where is Ty at? When is Ty gonna perform? I'm like, man, I don't know. Ask Ty whenever he bring up the ears, man. Ask him. So, like I said, I definitely felt good to know that even though I didn't get to see you before, I know that you still, killed it, like you always do. So, the next thing I wanna tap into, because this whole Black Lives Matter, man, is really just taking us all by storm, man. And to see the constant reports and the looting and the vandalism and the burnings and people just really, as they say, black on black crime, black on white crime, whatever you want to call it, all of that is taking place. So as a father, as a man, as a black man, how have you been dealing with all of this? And in the midst of you, like I said, you being a father and having a daughter, how are you adjusting to that?
I mean, first things first, rest in peace to George Floyd and anybody else that we've lost, Breonna Taylor.
Most definitely.
All of this madness. If you follow me on Twitter, you know that I am very, very, and I mean very vocal about the Black Lives Matter movement as a whole. I have gone back and forth with multiple races on Twitter. It's nothing to me. I'm going to defend my black race, and I'm going to stand where I need to stand as a black man. Of course, being a black man living in the South every day is, you know, when I leave out of this apartment every day, is I have to make it back home to, you know, who I need to make it back home to. Shout out to who you are, because she knows who she is. So.
Right. So let me ask you this, bro, because, you know, and I said I've been meaning to ask you because, you know, like I said, with you having a daughter and everything like that, you know, I'm sure that she's seeing it, and I'm sure she's probably wondering. I'm pretty sure, you know, she's probably wondering, having questions in her mind too. So, as her father, what is it that you're telling her to get her equipped and ready for what's been going on with, you know, in society with this Black Lives Matter situation? Well,
being that my daughter's only 7, she still sees the world, you know, as innocence, as she can for right now. If it ever comes up, I mean, it's, you know, it's my kid. I can always have that conversation with. I can have a conversation with my daughter about almost anything. And like I said, she's only 7 years old right now. My daughter's main thing that keeps spooking the shit out of her is, you know, this whole COVID thing. She's terrified of it, you know.
Right.
For being that, you know, these kids go back to school next week, and I'm just like, 92,000 new cases.
Right.
All because this shit done started, and y'all still want to send kids back to school. I think it's the dumbest decision ever. But at the same time, what can I really do besides try to keep my daughter safe, to keep her mask on at all times unless her ass is eating, and wash her hands?
Right, I agree. So, you know, to that point, you know, you just mentioned, you know,
hold that thought right there. Shout out to my boy EJ is dope, trying to be funny, because he tried to be a troll in everything that he does. With that being said, the part in your fucking hair is fake. Let's keep it moving.
Okay. All right. So, oh man, wow. So my thing with that is, you know, you mentioned, you know, them sending kids back to school. So, and I don't know if you thought about this, but, you know, you got a lot of parents now that's quote unquote homeschooling their kids, and you know, giving them, you know, the lessons in school. Have you thought about, you know, possibly trying to do that, or you just feel like school is more, you know, the place where she needs to be?
Well, me and my child's mother have definitely spoken about it. I think my child's mother is going to do the 3 days virtual, 2 days on. I'm still like, I'm willing to try it.
Okay.
I'm willing to try it, but thinking my daughter come home coughing, anything, take out. I ain't got time. Take out.
Right.
Take out.
Right. I definitely agree, man. I definitely agree. Because like I say, you know, I think honestly now, you know, that's pretty much the only way to really, you know, for people that have kids, I feel like that's really technically the only way until this shit can get over, if it ever gets over. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it will. It will. I mean, as fast as it came here, it's going to evaporate just as fast. But I mean, people just wear your fucking mask, wash your filthy fucking hands.
Right. That's all you can say. That's all you can say, man. All right. So now I want to kind of subway a little bit, because you basically performed 2 new songs last night. Ones that I hadn't heard. Talk to us a little bit about those 2 songs, and how did that come about, creating those 2 songs?
Let's see. Lord Have Mercy, the one I opened up with. High Powered record. Shout out to Natural 910 for producing the record. Just something high powered. I had to get a few things off of my chest. Just, you know, about a few situations that I was currently going through.
Okay.
And, like I said, it conveyed in, you know, the hook, you know, goes, you know, Lord have mercy, but they don't know what they do. They don't know who they fucking with. So let me give them a clue. So
right.
And still was just a record that I needed to try out. I thought that it could possibly make my album. After last night, I mean, I still got, you know, I got a nice reaction to it, but at the same time, I perform Still and I perform Man of the Hour, and they kind of coincide with each other. So I was
now, I will. Now, as long as I've known you, now you know Man of the Hour is my shit. So you know I feel super bad that I missed my shit. Because that is my thing.
I mean, bro, it's gonna be more shows coming. Don't even worry about that.
Trust me. I already know. But again, going back, it's because of people like DJ R&B, and Prince Divine and Miriam that creates these events, man. And so what I want to know, subway into my next question, how has it been, being a part of a family that really is just all about everybody winning and just, seeing the progression of everybody that's evolving from, the COVID through the Black Lives Matter, through just everything that they got going. How has that been for you? Just seeing that and witnessing people, doing, still continuing to make moves out here.
I mean, you got to realize, just because certain things stop, artists, we can't stop. Right. We are the ones that tell, that tell the world about what's going on, about, or how we're feeling. So, right. Even when I, got completely off social media, that didn't mean I just stopped making music. I had my time where I was really down and out. And right. Like I said again, shout out to that boy Icy the Boss, because I said it. Like, I hit that, I was talking to him. I don't even remember how the conversation started, but I was like, bro, I think I'm done. And he was like, my nigga, he was like, you got a whole lane out here. Like, you got to realize, he was like the shit that really kept me in was, he was like, bro, we need the man of the hour. And
right.
I was like, well, damn, all right, I guess the fuck so. So, but not to segue too far away from the question, but like I said, as artists, we're supposed to, keep, like, when it comes down to times like these where, right. Ain't no shows, or, we got to do shit virtual. Yeah. This is how we're supposed to do it. Like, this is how we're supposed to keep this shit pumping. We're supposed to be the creatives that make a new way to get some shit popping. Shout out to everybody to do like the club quarantines and shit like that.
Right, exactly.
Like be LARPing in the motherfucking
right.
Like, you're supposed to do shit like that. Like we get it. We can't see each other, but we have to make this shit happen.
Right.
So that's where I'm gonna lead at.
Okay. Now, subway into something that I'm sure that you've caught a glance of, this whole Black as Fuck challenge created by Miriam, Imani Presley, what I'm saying, and the one and only DJ R&B. Seeing that, and hearing those lyrics and being able to, just tap into that. What did that do for you as an artist, being a part of this family and being able to really see our people that you and I both know really push the envelope and really speak on some real shit?
I thought it was incredible all around. Shout out to everybody on that record: Two Fly King, Tag 'em, Lena Jackson, Juice Lord. I love how it just steadily progressed. Like, it started real calm. Like, it really started calm.
Right.
With King, and then it moved on to Tag 'em, and Tag 'em was still angry, but it wasn't all the way there. Then it moved to Lena, and then Lena shit was like, I'm like holding you like this, talking to you, and then it gets to Juice, and it's just a onslaught until the beat stops, and this man just keeps on rapping. Like I said, I thought it was just all around just some dope shit. Like, that shit was fucking incredible. Like, shout out to Mir for putting all that shit together. Shout out to Imani for making the beat. Shout out to whoever shot it. Shout out to the studio.
Right.
Right. Just the all around that shit was just dope. Like, it's not too often that you get some shit that's literally perfect. Like, that shit went perfectly.
Right. It did.
I can't knock it.
Right. And the funny thing about it, man, because, with this, again, going back to the whole Black Lives Matter situation, with this, situation going on and it being as wild as it is, that was going to be my next thing I was going to ask you about, because, you got artists out here now that are now incorporating, the Black Lives Matter into their music. You got, case in point, Lil Baby, who created The Bigger Picture, and I wanted to get your thoughts on that. I mean, what were your thoughts on that particular song? Because I'm sure you've heard it. So, what is your outlook on that?
Well, to keep it honest, I seen like a preview for the record. I'm not the biggest Lil Baby fan. Like, okay. I got records that I like by old boy. I think it's dope that somebody of his caliber, somebody that's in his stature, like, as of right now, I think he's one of the best young artists in the game right now.
Right.
Fans are bust. The fact that he wanted to go ahead and speak on that, to try to get somebody, try to get these kids, because he's an influencer.
Right. Right.
Plus, he knows that he influences a whole generation. That's
right.
With that being said, I love the fact that he went ahead and spoke about that. Like, let's keep it a buck. You ain't hearing NBA YoungBoy talk about no shit like that.
Exactly.
You know, nobody else in his crew talk about shit like that. So I do commend Lil Baby for doing what he did. Truth be told, other niggas within that generation, I ain't hear the Baby speak about it. I mean, I give a shot. I can't even say his name up here right now. You know, nigga that was shooting people in the foot. I mean,
right. Yeah,
I
let's
mean,
not
but
talk about that.
but before all that shit hopped off, he was bringing that shit to the forefront.
Right.
Like, he was on the charge with that shit. Like, shout out to any and all celebrities that once like shit really hit home with the George Floyd shit. Like, you know, they stopped everything that they were doing to speak on that and to make sure like motherfuckers was informed about that shit. Like, shout out to Cole for marching and any other celebrities that were out here marching. Like,
right.
It was an all around beautiful thing. The one thing I will regret is the fact that I couldn't march with anybody because I wanted to be on the front lines with people. But at the same time, fatherly duties come first, man.
Exactly. So, okay, and I definitely appreciate you for speaking on that because that's definitely something that I have been wanting to get your feedback on ever since you came back on the scene, man. And so I want to kind of go back a little bit because we just spoke about the Black as Fuck challenge, but have you got in on that challenge yet? Because I'm sure Ty Harriz did put his bid in to hop on the track.
I actually haven't, man. Like, truth be told, I haven't. Now, I was approached by my crew. Shout out to Zooside. I was approached by my crew, and we have all thought about all 9 members of us jumping on it.
Okay.
But nobody has really took the plunge yet.
Okay.
But we'll stay tuned for it. Like I said, we're all pretty busy working on our own individual projects, Zooside apparel, things of that nature. But again, don't count us out. It might just happen. It might not. But, even if that doesn't happen, we working. You can tell by the numbers on Facebook that Zooside do that we working.
Exactly. And them numbers is definitely improving minute by minute. Definitely. All right. So now, segueing a little bit. So, I'm sure you've been familiar with this whole versus battle thing that Timberland and Swiss Beats have been putting together.
Definitely.
Now, the first thing I want to know from you, what's been your all-time favorite battle as of late? What's been your all-favorite battle thus far?
My favorite battle thus far. See, I've seen a bunch of them, but then there's some that I still got to go back and like kind of rewatch, because it kind of like almost everyone gets better and better.
Right.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. The one that like completely had me like hooked into it was Luda versus Nelly.
Oh, okay.
Now the reason being is because Luda's in my top 5.
Right.
And on top of that, one of the first 2 CDs I ever got, like my mother gave me as like a Christmas present, was Nelly. So you gotta think that first Nelly album, I understand why people consider it a classic. Like that shit had nothing but bops on it.
Right. Indeed.
Now, with that being said, my man Luda was out for blood that night. I'm sorry.
The
way Luda won that shit by a landslide. Like the nigga was out for blood. Like you could tell, like when Nelly was playing this shit, and he was just stale face, just
exactly.
Like, he was out for blood. Now, like I said, it was other ones that were just fun. Some that were just a vibe. Like Miss Badu versus Miss Jill Scott was just a whole vibe. The most recent one, that Rick Ross versus 2 Chainz I thought that shit was dope. Like,
man,
with the props, the strippers and the masseuse and all this.
Right.
Now, with that being said, I also feel like Rick Ross kind of won that by a landslide, like 17-3. So, that there. Shout out to Joby Moscone, Crossbones.
Joby Moscone, what's good? Crossbones, what's going on? All right, so now to that point, could you see North Carolina doing something like that? And if so, who would you, Ty Harriz, want to, step in the ring with and go toe-to-toe with?
Ooh. All right, so how about we do this? I'll give you an answer, but how many songs do we do? 10 or 20?
Shit. I guess we'll go with a good 20.
A good 20?
Yeah, we'll go with a good 20.
A good 20. Who would I love to go a good 20 with?
And it could either be local or entertainment, whichever you decide.
Nah, I mean I'll do local. A good 20. Truth be told, I'll do somebody from my class. So somebody from my class, somebody that that got popping in this area right around this time. I say me and Freedom Infinite. I love to do it.
Okay. Freedom, if you listening, hey, Gauntlet has been thrown down, my brother.
The Freedom got 20 records. Freedom dropped 20 track albums, so I already know he got 20 of them.
Right.
If he has 20 that can withstand with my black ass, not by a landslide.
It's crazy, man, because one thing that I find so amazing about this industry, man, is because it's almost like 50-50 in a way. And when I say 50-50, I mean you got a lot of artists out here that genuinely do support each other and really back each other, and you got to give credit on that. But then, then of course, there's the ones that's, negative and all that stuff. But ultimately, for two big icons, Timbaland and Swiss Beats, to come together and create something so phenomenal, so extraordinary, bro. It is amazing. So, it's only one of those things where it takes you back to that era of music where, shit was popping when you was in school, when you was out of school, when you was, at home with your girl or your boo or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So what I want to know era-wise, what era of music for you has always been the latest to you?
Well, being, I was born in 1990, so yeah.
Okay.
I might not look 30, but I mean, I don't look or sound 30. I'll put it that way. But I grew up, with a mother that was, indulged in hip hop. That was on that scene in the New Jersey and New York area. But when I came into my own as an artist, it was, the early 2000s, that 2000 to 2009 stint. Even when I started picking up the pen, I was 16, so that's 2006. So that, niggas were still lyrical then. I mean, it was still getting, Soulja Boy had made his grand fucking entrance, and, shit happened. But But at the same time, like, there's so many gems from the 2000s. Like, I got a Spotify playlist right now with, like, just bangers from the 2000s, and I'm just like, yo, this was a great fucking era in music.
Right. Yeah. And that's one thing that I say, man, because I've always had 50-50 with that. It's always been 2000s, and then you had the 1990s. So I always have a conflict between the two. But either way it go, both eras was popping, and the fact that again, like I said, to have these versus battles like this, and to be able to go back down memory lane, and to be able to read, it's almost like remembering where you were. Remember where you was the moment the song dropped, or how old you was when the song dropped. It's one of those moments. You know what I mean?
Nostalgia.
So now we're gonna switch to entertainment.
Okay.
Entertainment wise versus wise, who would you want to step in the ring with?
Phrase the question correctly. Like,
all right. So entertainment wise meaning versus wise. So would you want to step in the ring as far as with with somebody like Snoop Dogg? You want to step in the ring with Rick Ross? I mean, who out here has really caught your eye? And throughout this battle process that you like, you know what? I really would love to go one-on-one with them. Like, no cap.
Let's see. See, I can't really say like my idol. I can't go back and forth with Nas with it. So
okay.
Yeah, I think Nas will fuck my life up.
Okay.
Let me see. Somebody that I can probably give a fighting chance with. Southern MC. Lyrical Southern MC.
Okay.
How about this? Who you think I'll be able to go with?
Honestly, it's a lot of people I could put you in the ring with, but if I had to really pinpoint it, I would love to see you probably do something with maybe my boy Ice Cube, perhaps. Maybe Cole, maybe Kendrick. I mean, just depends on how the flow goes.
I can definitely see me versus Cole and me versus Kendrick. That'd be dope. I can deal with that.
Or be all in all, the man Hova, Jay-Z, of course. I mean,
I ain't fucking with Hova. I ain't got time for that bullshit. Fuck that.
So let me ask you this, man. So, now Subway out of the versus joint. So, a lot of women, man, have really been stepping up to the plate, man, and really been pushing the envelope again for their side. So what I want to know as a male artist, and seeing women being in a male dominated arena, what is your take on women taking over and just completely nailing the landscape of music, of hip hop, if you will?
Let them. They're supposed to. I mean, hip hop's been male dominated for a long time. I love to see women that can fucking rhyme. Like, that shit is dope to me. I love to see somebody step on stage and I'm just like, why the fuck I ain't think of that? Like, I ain't about like no sex bars or my pussy this, my pussy that. I'm talking about a female that gets on stage and lyrically takes your fucking head off. Like, I love seeing shit like that. Like, that shit is dope to me. That, you know, there's a female out here that got a mind that, you know, that thinking punches like mine does. Like, let them go ahead and rap, you know, especially if it's, you know, something dope. Let the motherfuckers rap, bro. Like, that's, at the end of the day, let them motherfuckers rap. Like, shout out to the, you know, the ladies even in our area. Shout out to Lena. Shout out to China. Shout out to XL. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to Lovely Keys. Shout out to every one of y'all females that's out here pushing the envelope, doing dope shit, stepping on stage, you know, that niggas have been dominating for years, and show them that you got something to say and that they can't fuck with you. Do that shit.
Now, I'm sure you yourself have worked with a couple of female artists, you know, but what I want to know from you, my mindset wise, I mean, what was it like being able to collab with a female artist and really deliver a really dope ass song? Because like I said, you collaborated with a couple of people that we both know. So what was that experience like? You know, especially knowing that the heat that they bring, you know what I mean?
Definitely. Well, as of recently, like I said, I've only got like 2 records recently. One was Old Moves with Venomous. Shout out to Venomous. She needed me, you know, just on the hook.
Okay.
Came through the studio one night, laid it for her. And you know, I was, you know, blessed real nice, you know, from that. The other one was Round and Round with China. It's a record I still perform now. I mean, it's not that old, but at the same time, like, it's, you know, little reggae record that, you know, move. Like, I love performing it, you know, with or without it. I love performing it.
Okay. All right. So now with, fast forward a little bit, again, now that, the world is kind of trying to open back up a little bit and let people in and stuff like that. What is, is there any other places out here venue wise that, that you have yet to step foot in that you still trying to get your foot in the door at?
Let's see. I haven't performed at Cat's Cradle. I haven't performed at, I'm trying to think of some more venues, man. I've done a bunch of them.
Right.
Cat's Cradle is like my main one right now. Like, as soon as this shit opens up, because I think I was supposed to do Cat's Cradle. I was supposed to open up for Blind Fury back in May. And yeah, shit was of course, pandemic was in full, form by that point. So wasn't much I can do there. Hopefully I still can once, everything does clear up. Hopefully we can get shit rescheduled and get him, out here. I know he lives right in South Carolina. So I mean, hopefully we can get him out here again and I can go ahead and do my thing. But like I said, it's not too many places that, in North Carolina, other than, venues as a whole, outside of my city, outside of my area that I would love to do. But I mean, in like this small area here, I don't know too many other spots, that I can really hit. I mean, I don't mind doing them at all. Shit, I love Emerge. I love any and every stage, as long as, your sound is good and your sound man knows what he's doing. And your DJ
right. You got to know that.
Yeah, definitely.
Most definitely. So when can we expect another Ty Harriz tour? Because, you did one a long time ago, and this was maybe, what, 2018, maybe late 2019, maybe?
Man, I was just on tour last summer.
Wow.
This last summer.
Yo, that's correct. See, that lets you know you've been gone for so long. It's like, I didn't even know, because like I said, you've been gone so long. So I'm like, yo, we need another one for this year, man. Because again, with everything like I said that's going on, we definitely need that pressure applied more, out here in this music business, because this is a very cutthroat business out here, man, and everybody, is gunning for the top spot. Everybody wants to be, recognized and noticed. But like I said in the very beginning, it's good when you're able to not dish your brother or your sister because they may, quote unquote, they may have had a hotter record or whatever the case may be, because at the end of the day, we're all here to continue to build and evolve. You know what I mean? So it's definitely, you know what I'm saying, it's definitely one of those that we gotta take in stride and run with, you know what I mean?
Definitely. I mean, but as far as me going back on tour, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it, but you know, just the overall anxiety that you have on tour. I mean, my main thing was just being away from my daughter. Like that shit was, it was so
Oh
hard.
yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really hard. Just the simple fact of hearing from my daughter, on the weekends when my mom would get her, and my mom would just show her on a map like where I was at. And when my daughter finally seen that daddy was in California and she was in North Carolina, and she just asked me, she was like, "You're not coming to get me this week, are you?" And I'm just like, "Nah, baby, I'll be back in like another week and a half." Like that shit just broke me.
Right,
Like,
right.
like my whole thing is the next time I go on tour, you know, I'm making sure that I'm making sure that when niggas go on recess, I can fly home.
Right, right,
I can
exactly.
see, who I need to see, and then, fly back to the tour.
Exactly, exactly. Now I'm not sure, if you thought about this, but I'm pretty sure you probably have, but you just mentioned, your daughter, saying what she said. Have you ever, have you even has she been on the road with you or been on any tours with you at all or no?
No, 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 no. She has
Now,
not.
now do you plan to take her so that way she won't feel like she's away from daddy 24/7? I
Now,
mean,
now, don't get me wrong. If and when I get to that point, of course I'm gonna want my daughter on tour with me.
right,
But
right.
until then, baby, you enjoy your summer and let daddy do this work. Like,
Right, right. Now, let me ask you this, and it's not so much continue to focus on your daughter, but when her knowing that you're an artist and knowing that you have to be gone all the time, you know, is there are there moments in your life where you do have that conversation with her and basically explain to her, this is daddy's life, what I'm saying, type thing. It's not that daddy wants to be away from you, but I just, I gotta continue to, make bread, continue to, provide for you type thing. So how does she process all that? And again, with her only being 7, how do you elaborate that to her?
I kind of had to have that conversation with her last summer. Just being on tour. I mean, because every time she spoke, most of the time, if I'm calling ahead of time, it's, I'm on the way, or it's, this,
Right, right.
third, and I'm doing that every single weekend. I'm calling her, staying in touch with her, just wanting to hear her voice. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I might be having the time of my life, but then, on the other side of me, I'm just like, yo, like I miss my fucking kid. Like I
Right,
miss
right,
my
right.
home. I miss my friends. I miss my studio. Like
Right,
I
exactly. You miss all that.
don't get me wrong. These hotel bedrooms is cool. It wasn't like I was staying in some rundown shit. I was in a
Right.
Marriott night. I mean, I was good, but at the same time, it's just like, yo, like I'm not from this place. I'm not, I'm in Texas for a week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got what the hell I'm supposed to do out here. I don't know no damn body.
Exactly,
I'm in
exactly.
California. I might be kicking it at my boy Ree Ill house because he just bought a place out in Cali. But I'm just
Right,
like, who the hell I know in Chino Hills? I
right.
mean, like even when we went to Cali, like I wanted to go, see the Marathon store, get down
Mm-hmm.
there, and it's barricaded off, like because they're building a monument for Nipsey, like.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, don't get me wrong. I loved going on. So I loved every fucking second of it. But I still had my dark thoughts. Like
Mm-hmm.
like I can just drop all this shit right now and go home. But at the
Right.
same time, it would be so many people that I let down if I just dropped everything and just went home because, my anxiety is kicked up, or, for the simple fact that I miss my kid. I do a lot, like you said, I do a lot of this shit for her,
Mm-hmm.
so that she has a hero in her life, somebody she can look up to when she's, trying to figure out, what I want to do. She can always look
Right.
and be like, what, my dad never gave up on his dream.
Right. Right. Now, when it comes to just people in general, what advice do you have for the people out here that's really, chasing the same dream? Like, what advice would you give to them to keep them motivated, keep them going?
Invest in yourself, keep pushing, right every fucking day. That's the one thing. If I could tell 18-year-olds like me, like fresh out of high school with me, right every fucking day. Because don't
Okay.
get me wrong, my pen's still mighty. But damn it, if I was writing every day, like I was at one point,
Mm-hmm.
boy.
Oh yeah, I know that category. Look, it's long now, but sheesh, back boy, you talking about high school, man. Listen.
Man, listen.
That would have been a body of work that I don't think really nobody can really touch at this particular point.
I mean, nah, Young Ty Harris was cool. I was lyrical, but I
Yeah.
mean, it wasn't until like, right before Lele and even after Lele, like that was that nigga. No, I'm playing.
Man, again, this is why, this is the one thing that I love about you because, you're so humble, you're so, you're genuine about, who you are, and you speak so very candidly about, saying life and music and things of that nature, man. And I'm truly, truly, excited for your continued progression. Like I said, I'm definitely glad that you're back. You know what I'm saying? I know, like you said, you had to take some time to really do for yourself.
COVID.
Shut up. Shut up, dude. But yeah, like you had to take some time away for yourself to really get yourself together. But the fact that you are now back full swing, back full circle, and really able to get back on stage, I am definitely proud for it. And I know that the people that are supporting you behind the scenes are definitely rooting for you. Now I know this, and you and I, we both know this, but for people that don't know, you're managed by the one and only Jeff Motsinger, who's a very dope manager indeed. So what I want to know, from you real quickly is what's it been like having him manage you and manage your career and just really, put you out there, for people to really notice you.
Well, let me just correct you right there. Now, me and Jeff have been good, almost best friends for 11 years. Jeff is no longer my manager.
Okay.
Now Jeff is my booking agent still. Jeff is my booking agent. But he is not my manager. But I do also do songwriting for him. Shout out to his artist Thailand. I do songwriting. But just as a whole, Jeff has been one of my closest friends and confidence again for almost 11 years. That's literally like the big brother that I never had, the big Caucasian brother that I had. So, most definitely. But all around good dude. I mean, would literally give me the clothes off his back, if I needed him. Thankful for him.
Most definitely. Okay. And last and final question, man, because you and I share something that I didn't even think you and I shared. We both share a fondness for wrestling and WWE. So what I want to know, man, I'm sure you've been seeing what's been going on. I'm sure you've been, of course, with this COVID thing. How have you been feeling even with the thought of not being able to go to Mania this year? I mean, what was your whole thought process? What was going through your mind? I mean, and even now to the TV side of it, what's your take on this whole WWE situation?
Vince McMahon is a madman. Let me break it all. I'm gonna break it all down for you. Fuck it. Vince McMahon's a madman. No arena? I mean, no audience.
Yeah, no audience. Yeah.
Fucking sucks. I watch more AEW than anything now. Wrestling cool. Yeah. It's cool. It keeps a bit of my childhood alive, but at the same time, I'm just like I really wish that somebody would tell Vince McMahon just to step down off of creative and let somebody else take the reins of it. Because at this point, man, you're killing your fucking product.
Right.
At the end of the day, you are killing your fucking product. You're killing the shit that made you great. That made this shit so great to watch in the 90s. That had, teenagers and young adults like, fuck my boss,
right,
things of that nature. Like,
now let me ask you this, because I'm sure you know about this, but of course, the vice president, Triple H, the one and only, the King of Kings, the cerebral assassin, has been taking over. Him and his wife Stephanie McMahon. Do you feel like they've been doing a pretty good job in their respective roles, or do you feel like they need to step down too?
No, I would actually love to see the company ran by Hunter. I'm not sure when it will happen. It'll probably happen once Vince kicks the bucket.
Nope. Okay.
But,
Didn't mean to laugh, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, I don't know what to say about the WWE product. Shout out to Drew McIntyre winning the championship.
Most definitely. So you spoke about AEW, and it's crazy because I've been trying to get into it, man, because of course you got a lot of WWE talent that has transitioned over to that side. So it seems as though AEW is really doing numbers right now. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to AEW and the whole corporation. You know what I'm saying? So do you think, that now this is going to give McMahon, the push that he needs to really step his game up?
Let me break something down to you. AEW has been on TV for a year now. They tried killing it off, and they can't. That should tell you everything that you need to know. For that man not to switch up anything that he's doing, and for that company to be striving the way that it is, AEW is going nowhere, no time soon, and I'm happy for it. I'm glad that we have this professional wrestling compared to, sports entertainment. Fuck sports entertainment.
Right.
I need professional wrestling. I need blood. I need new talent. Things of that nature. So shout out to AEW and Tony Khan and Cody and the Bucks and Kenny Omega and everybody else over there that's doing their thing. And all the talent that, that gets fired by WWE during a fucking pandemic, shout out to everybody got, it's not really a shout out. I hope everybody is doing good during this fucking pandemic. They got fired on fucking Black Wednesday, the darkest day in fucking wrestling ever at this point. And then, a couple people got signed. Shout out to my girl MJ Jenkins. Shout out to Matt Cardona. Shout out to FTR, the Revival for actually, making that jump over to AEW because they're doing some of the best fucking work that they've done in years. But again, I'm a big AEW fan. I love what they're doing over there. WWE, get your shit together because your ratings keep going down every week. I trust me. I read the motherfucking dirt sheets. Their ratings go down every fucking week.
Right, exactly. Okay, all right. Well, that, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, is there anything else that you would love to let people know to be on the lookout for from you now that you're back in the swing of things? What can we, the Ty Harriz supporters, what can we be excited from you these next coming weeks, months, year or so? What can we be excited from the one and only?
Exit 21.
Okay.
My new album, Exit 21. Again, like I said at the beginning of the interview, it's about 80% complete. Shout out to Bill Rhodes. Me and my cousin finally, we patched some shit up, fixed some shit. I got all my music. With that being said, I'm a very dangerous man all over again.
Most definitely, and I definitely cannot. Like I said, I definitely can't wait because I know you are. You brought heat, but you didn't step it up. You didn't step it up a whole lot since you've been off. So I definitely can't wait to see it because I know you got some stuff going on in your mind, artist-wise, that you're gonna be doing. So I definitely can't wait to see it.
I mean, we keep this shit a buck. Like I'm right here. I'm right here with it. I'm in the stew. I'm right in the stew. So as soon as this shit is done and over with, I'm going right to work. I gotta shout out to the facto thespian. I got a record with him that I'm about to complete tonight. So. All right.
Well, we're definitely gonna look out for it with Ty, bro. Listen, we can talk all day, but I definitely appreciate you, bro, for, like I said, not only supporting me and always, showing me love, but just being you, bro. Like, you're a great father. You're a great inspiration to people. You're a great role model. You got such great music, such phenomenal music, and I definitely can't, like I said, can't wait to see what's going on, what's next for you in 2020. So definitely keep applying the pressure, keep doing what you're doing, and like I said, with that being said, you guys, I thank you guys for tuning in. This has been the Independent Scene episode 102 with the one and only, the legend, and the icon, Ty Harriz. You've been doing with your boy Honcho J23. Thank you guys for watching. And until next time, as I always say, stay safe, stay blessed, stay prayed up. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Once again, peace and blessings. This is your boy Honcho J23 and my boy Ty Harriz, episode 102 Independent Scene. Let's get it.
Peace.
Peace, bro.